very low overhead, especially if you're doing this from home. I make far more money now from my home on my dirt road in the middle of nowhere than I did in my very best year of the entire practice with all of my therapists working for me. Because the fees are different and I keep almost everything I charge. I'm on the 3rd floor of our house. I did this while I was as sick as I was describing. I couldn't have put on a chicken suit and gone out and done the song and dance anywhere. But if it had been 3 or 4 or 5 days since I'd been able to use the energy to take a shower, I could still make the commute up 2 flights of stairs. I had my brain intact. And I could coach. And I could put light and energy in my voice for that time. And then I was spent and I could lie down and nap and wake back up and do it again. And that provided for a family of 9 better than my best year in the therapy practice.
Yes.
Wow. God went ahead of us. He knew what we were going to need, didn't He?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Incredibly flexible. Rachel came to me at one point when I was coaching and I was on the headset wrapping up a call. She pokes her head into the office. The deer hunting season had just opened the weekend before. It was Monday. And I'm not an avid hunter or anything. In fact, I don't know much about the country, period. I'm a suburbanite. But I'm learning and I'm enjoying. And she pokes her head in and she says, "There's a deer, a buck, down at the pond." She's mouthing it to me. Because I finish up my call real quickly. I served them well. Ran down to the house. And at this time I was in a little hunter's cabin as we were building the house. So I ran out of the house and put on my Blaze Orange and grabbed my 30-30 and went down to the pond. This is the 5-minute hunt, okay? I walk out, he must have been rutting all morning because he's just smoking a cigarette and enjoying being a guy. It's like being a guy, it's good, man. And then, he didn't see me for anything. I dropped on one knee and just said, oh please, Lord, please. Took my shot, there he is.
Killed Bambi.
Yeah, I killed Bambi, there he is. Beautiful rack of 8-point, huh? And I said, you know what, I am not in Tampa Bay anymore. I had a teleclass I was to teach, so I tagged him, went up and taught my teleclass, and came back and field dressed him. Okay. Incredibly flexible. No managed care, less draining, convenient, no negative stigma. We've covered all of these points. The field is beginning to explode. Not all trainings are on the same plane. That's not to say that there's only one best. There are many good. There are some that are exceptional. There are some that are not worth the paper they're going to be printed on. So you want to do your research, look online, find out what some of the standards are that you're looking to work within. Relationship marketing means don't waste your money on advertising. Because people are not going to choose you over 10 other coaches because your advertising's cool and you got a great logo. It's because as they heard you speak or read what you wrote or followed your blog or found your website or networked with you or their friend referred you or your pastor sent them, they said, this person gets me. Something in me resonates with something in them. I want to journey with that person. Remember, you're not trying to deal in volume. You're working very niched. You build your stuff solid and slowly, and you will be building the business that will take you well into the time that you can't go out and work a regular job anywhere else. But you still want to steward the gifts the Lord gave you. This can set the stage for that for us as people helpers. So it's a know you, like you, trust you kind of a thing. Anything that you do that is relational will bring clientele to you wanting to first say, so you do one of these free inquiry calls, is that right? Uh-huh. Let's schedule it. That's all. It's soft sell. What are you going to do on the call? Sell them? No, you're going to get them to open up and explore their passion. And as they do and they hear themselves saying it, they're going, this is coaching? Uh-huh, this is coaching. Well, then I'm sold. They sold themselves because they connected with you and they heard the passion tumble out. The income potential looks like this. The International Coach Federation did a worldwide, many thousand-person survey by PricewaterhouseCoopers. Very reliable study that suggested that the gross income of those who were identifying themselves as part-time, which meant one client to maybe 15 or so, were averaging $26K a year, and those who were doing it, quote, full-time, which was about 20 or so, were averaging $82K. Now, let's put that up next to what we're used to. These are last year's statistics from U.S. Bureau of Labor. Mental health therapists, 35 to 48. Substance abuse, $29,000 to $47,000. Marriage and family, $34,000 to $56,000 is our averages. Some of those have benefits packages, yes. But if you're up in that other category, you can see where you can carry some of that and you would still be doing better than you may have been. How does that crunch out? It crunches out because the fee range for this work is on the low end, $150 a month. Now, if you're thinking hourly session fees, that's $50 a session, right? Don't think that way, but that, if you want to give yourself a frame of reference or context, there it is. $150 a month is the low range for most life coaching. And then as you move into different areas and eventually into executive and leadership and corporate, it's above $400. I only gave you the range for life coaching, $140 to $400. Executive and business, it's more like $750 to $1,000, $2,000, okay, and it goes way up from there, okay, like $30,000 a year and stuff. So these are the fee ranges that we're working in, okay? If you don't believe Chris, which is fine, and you decide, well, I liked what he said, I'm just not sure those numbers are going to bear out, I'm going to dip my toes in the water, set your fee at $100. I don't care, set it at $50. Whatever you bring, and if you get some amount of training, it has value somewhere, so give it $1 value and begin seeing what happens. It's easier to steer a moving vehicle. Get the thing going and figure out what else you need to learn. So 3 clients at that is $3,600 a year. That's a drop in the bucket, but you know what? You're not going to make that doing an MLM at home. If you need some supplemental income, many times that's pretty good from home. But if you then go, okay, so maybe the 150 isn't so crazy, and you build up to about 10 clients or so who are with you for months and months and months, that's $18,000. We're getting close to what the part-timers are making, and we have an extremely part-time coaching business. $200 a month, which is not even to the mid-range yet. At 15, not yet full-time, is $36,000. $250. 20 clients, still not full-time, but 20 to 25 is manageable. I told you I carry 30 to 35, 40 sometimes, which is not good. $60,000. $300, not yet to the top of the average range. $90,000. $350, over $100,000. $400 of the range for life coaching is about $120,000. And we've not addressed any other income streams. Nothing about speaking fees, writing, testing, group coaching, which I addressed. Okay, you can make thousands just with a group, consulting and other streams of income. So here's our summary. Watch with me as we go through it. I don't think this will sound like hype now. I don't think it will. We have here a profession that is proactive and vision-driven from a Christ-centered worldview that is influencing growth in all areas of life with individuals and ministries and businesses using many of the skills that you already have in a non-directive, low liability risk way with motivated clients specializing in your areas of greatest interest, working from home or traveling. You see my whole family here, we travel all over the U.S. now. Why not? We homeschool. The world's our schoolroom. If Dad's portable. You follow? In a fee-for-service structure with payment up front and income potentials upwards of $100,000. That's why it's not pipe dream.